Welcome to our show, Hong Kong Brief. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we dive into the exciting rise of Hong Kong stocks, driven by President Trump's optimistic outlook on U.S.-China relations and a Wall Street rally that has investors buzzing with confidence. The Hang Seng Index has climbed to 20,028.59, marking a second consecutive week of gains, while tech stocks are also on the rise. In sports news, we spotlight Adrian Yung, Hong Kong's first male skier to qualify for the Winter Olympics, who is gearing up for the Asian Winter Games in Harbin. After facing challenges in Beijing, Yung is determined to improve his performance and aims for a lower points target to secure his place in the 2026 Winter Olympics. His journey is one of resilience and ambition, inspiring many in the local sports community. Lastly, fashion enthusiasts will be thrilled to hear about the re-edition of the Louis Vuitton x Takashi Murakami collaboration, which is set to captivate a new generation with its playful designs. This revival celebrates the timeless appeal of Murakami's work and aims to attract youthful consumers eager for fresh fashion statements. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage on these exciting stories. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong stocks experienced a significant uptick, buoyed by a rally on Wall Street that propelled the benchmark index to an all-time high. The Hang Seng Index surged 1.7%, reaching 20,028.59 as of mid-morning, marking its second consecutive week of gains. This positive momentum was further fueled by U.S. President Donald Trump's optimistic remarks regarding U.S.-China relations during the World Economic Forum, where he described the relationship as very good. Notable gains were seen in tech stocks, with the Hang Seng Tech Index rising 1.6%, while chipmaker SMIC led the mainland market with a 4.2% increase. Other companies, including Trip.com and Xiaomi, also posted impressive gains, reflecting a broader optimism in the market. In another captivating story from South China Morning Post, Hong Kong skier Adrian Yung prepares for redemption at the upcoming Asian Winter Games in Harbin. 3 years after his disappointing debut at the Winter Olympics, where nerves and lack of confidence led to crashes in both the giant slalom and slalom events, Yung has dedicated himself to improving his skills. Now 20 years old, he reflects on his past experiences and expresses newfound confidence as he aims to qualify for the 2026 Winter Olympics. With the qualification standards heightened, Yung is focused on performing well at the Asian Winter Games to secure his spot, stating that he has learned a lot from his previous challenges and is ready to showcase his hard work and determination. In a vibrant revival of fashion history, South China Morning Post highlights the re-edition of the iconic Louis Vuitton x Takashi Murakami collaboration, which first captivated audiences over 20 years ago. The playful and colorful designs that Murakami introduced in 2003, which infused a whimsical anime aesthetic into Louis Vuitton's luxury goods, have returned with a fresh twist aimed at a new generation of fashion enthusiasts. This re-edition not only celebrates the timeless appeal of the original pieces, but also seeks to enchant a youthful audience with Murakami's signature flair. The collection has generated significant buzz, marking it as one of the standout fashion events of the year, showcasing the enduring power of creative partnerships in the fashion world. Nikkei Asia reports on a significant shift among China-focused private equity and venture capital firms as they face mounting challenges stemming from geopolitical tensions and a slowing domestic economy. With the U.S. tightening scrutiny on investments flowing into China, these funds are increasingly diversifying their portfolios to be recognized as global players rather than solely China-centric investors. This trend has seen firms like Hongshan Capital and IDG Capital adjusting their strategies, establishing offices abroad, and seeking opportunities in regions like Southeast Asia and Japan. Industry experts note that while some are making overt moves to expand internationally, others remain cautious due to concerns about the Chinese government's reaction to such shifts. South China Morning Post highlights a memorable evening in Macau featuring pianist Lang Lang, who performed at the Galaxy International Convention Center. The event showcased a blend of classical music and cultural significance, with Lang Lang's performance of Rachmaninoff's Piano Concerto No. 2 captivating the audience. The concert not only underscored Macau's aspirations to become a cultural hub but also celebrated Lang Lang's connection to the city, which has evolved into a vibrant destination for high-caliber performances. As attendees left, they carried with them a renewed passion for music, marking the event as a pivotal moment in Macau's cultural narrative. South China Morning Post also covers the challenges faced by Zhong Shanshan, the founder of Nongfu Spring, who has pledged to abandon aggressive price-cutting strategies after a tumultuous year marked by online attacks and fierce competition. Following criticism of e-commerce platforms like Pinduoduo for driving down prices, Zhong expressed his commitment to quality over low prices, stating that price wars are detrimental to the industry. Despite efforts to regain market share with a budget product, the company's revenues took a hit due to online defamation and boycotts, leading to a significant decline in market value. Zhong's call for regulation of online content reflects broader concerns about the impact of social media on business reputations in China's evolving market landscape. South China Morning Post reports that the Year of the Snake is anticipated to bring increased volatility to the investments of Hong Kong's 4.7 million Mandatory Provident Fund (MPF) members. Following a successful Year of the Dragon, where MPF funds saw a 12.3% gain, analysts warn that geopolitical tensions, particularly from the U.S. under President Trump's policies, could create a challenging investment landscape. Philip Tso from Allianz Global Investors emphasizes the need for MPF members to focus on diversification and long-term strategies, especially as the market is likely to experience fluctuations. With historical data indicating mixed performance during previous years of the snake, experts urge members to remain vigilant and adjust their risk levels as they approach retirement. In another article from South China Morning Post, the complex issues surrounding Hong Kong's public housing system are highlighted. The government faces the dual challenge of increasing demand for affordable housing while addressing abuses of the system, such as tenants holding onto units for commercial purposes or failing to meet eligibility criteria. With an average waiting time of 5.5 years for public housing, critics argue that the current income limits allow better-off tenants to remain in the system, exacerbating the housing crisis. The authorities are now considering stricter regulations and penalties to ensure fair use of public housing, while also encouraging residents to report misuse. However, this approach raises concerns about community trust and the potential for false accusations. Lastly, the South China Morning Post discusses Hong Kong's decision not to extend border checkpoint hours during the upcoming Lunar New Year due to last year's low late-night crossing numbers. Despite expectations of increased tourist arrivals, authorities believe that the festive celebrations will conclude early enough for visitors to travel during regular hours. Lawmaker Edward Lau has called for contingency plans to manage potential surges in travelers, especially on the fifth night of the holiday. Meanwhile, tourism officials express confidence that the current arrangements will not deter mainland visitors from staying overnight, with hotel occupancy rates expected to soar above 90%. As the city prepares for a significant influx of travelers, the balance between efficient border management and accommodating visitors remains a key focus for the government. South China Morning Post reports on the ideological battle shaping the U.S.-China relationship under Donald Trump's second administration. Unlike his predecessor Joe Biden, who emphasized human rights and democratic values, Trump's team is expected to pivot towards a more unilateral approach, focusing on religious freedoms and the legitimacy of China's Communist Party. Experts predict that while the rhetoric may become more inflammatory, discussions surrounding human rights in regions like Xinjiang and Hong Kong may diminish. the administration is likely to adopt a strategy reminiscent of Cold War-era anti-communism, with senior officials, such as Marco Rubio, framing China as a significant threat. This ideological shift could lead to increased tensions and a more adversarial diplomatic stance, with Trump prioritizing economic negotiations over human rights concerns. In a touching performance at a Hong Kong cafe, the B&S food show EP1, Beef and Noodles, captivated the audience with a blend of cooking and storytelling. Performers Samantha Fa and Billy Tsai shared their personal narratives of immigration and family bonds, intertwined with the preparation of traditional dishes. Fa's heartfelt monologue about her estranged father and the memories associated with food resonated deeply, evoking nostalgia and reminding attendees of the importance of family connections. The intimate setting of the cafe, combined with the interactive format, created an emotional atmosphere that highlighted the powerful role of food in bridging cultural gaps and preserving cherished memories, especially as the Lunar New Year approached. In another development, Barcelona Football Club has denied any contractual agreement with Edwin Wong, the CEO of Winman Advertising, following his arrest related to allegations of fraud concerning the Kai Tak Stadium in Hong Kong. Despite Wong's claims of a signed contract for a match, Barcelona clarified that no such contract exists. This incident has raised concerns about Hong Kong's reputation as a destination for high-profile sporting events, with industry insiders expressing worries that such controversies could deter major clubs from visiting. Nevertheless, La Liga officials remain optimistic about future collaborations and events at the newly constructed Kai Tak Sports Park, emphasizing Hong Kong's attractiveness as a venue for international football matches. South China Morning Post highlights the potential of Hong Kong to emerge as a multi-currency bond hub, especially with the recent initiatives announced by Beijing to expand the Bond Connect scheme. At the Asian Financial Forum, PBOC Governor Pan Gongsheng emphasized the importance of increasing asset allocation operations in Hong Kong, which is expected to attract high-quality enterprises to issue bonds in the city. Analysts like John Lee from UBS believe that these developments will boost interest in multi-currency bonds, with the Hong Kong bond market already showing significant growth, as evidenced by the $435 billion in outstanding bonds at the end of last year. Recent enhancements to the Bond Connect scheme will allow mainland investors to purchase bonds in various currencies, further solidifying Hong Kong's status as an international financial center. In another report from the South China Morning Post, Shanghai is contemplating a groundbreaking plan to allow businesses in specific areas to bypass the Great Firewall, thus facilitating access to international internet sites as part of a broader strategy to attract foreign investment by 2025. The proposal aims to enhance the business environment in the Lingang New Area and Hongqiao District, both of which are part of Shanghai's free trade zone. This move is seen as a response to the declining foreign direct investment in China, which fell by 27.1% last year. The Shanghai municipal government is keen on creating a more favorable climate for foreign businesses, indicating a shift towards a more open and accessible digital landscape that could invigorate the local economy. The Toronto Star invites readers to indulge in the festive flavors of Lunar New Year with a curated list of delightful eateries in the city. As the Year of the Snake approaches, the newsletter features unique treats such as the classic peanut ong ku kei from Meili Market, which are turtle-shaped desserts symbolizing longevity. Tracy Desserts offers a warm bowl of sweet black sesame soup with glutinous rice dumplings, while the Night Baker presents a Filipino-inspired cookie called the Bu Chi, reminiscent of traditional dim sum desserts. Lastly, Galleria Supermarket provides Yagua, a honey syrup-coated flower-shaped cookie, perfect for celebrating the occasion. These diverse offerings showcase the rich tapestry of culinary traditions that come alive during Lunar New Year festivities in Toronto. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Morning coffee, fresh off the press. Reading headlines, feeling blessed. World keeps turning, stories unfold. Every moment, news gets told. Flipping channels, clicking tabs. Feeding my mind's hunger grabs. Facts and figures, images bright. News keeps rolling day and night. Headlines and headlines, can't get enough. Learning about the world, yeah, it's my stuff. Headlines and headlines, stories are full. Knowledge is power, truth to behold. Politics, science, sports, and art. Every story plays its part. Global voices near. Every headline loud and clear. Need the latest, got to know. Never stopping, always go. Scrolling, swiping, reading on. Daylight breaks in the dark. Headlines and headlines, can't get enough. Learning about the world, yeah, it's my stuff. Headlines and headlines, stories are full. Knowledge is power, truth to behold. Need the latest, got to know. Never stopping, always go. Scrolling, swiping, reading on. Daylight breaks in the dawn. Headlines and headlines, can't get